Kehinde Hamzat. He's joining me in the studios right now. Nice to have you in the building. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, my sincere pleasure.
How are you doing?
I'm cool.
Great. It's been quite a while we had you in the studios. So how does it feel? Just look to your left, you see our live cameras. What do you make of them?
Oh, this is wonderful. We've seen all through Lagos, within the metropolis, and it's a good development. This is a beautiful use of technology.
Wonderful. So which of those areas can you identify there?
At least I can see Latif Jakonde linking Obafemi Awolowo. Then I can see this Ojota around the pedestrian bridge, and a host of others.
Right.
I can see Alapere Junction, Latif Jakonde road around that area. I can see all this on your camera.
So this has brought a whole lot of change. I mean, a lot of transformation from the last time you visited here, right?
Technological development, of course.
Right. So what do you say to Traffic Radio and the Lagos State government?
Wonderful.
Great. All right, so let me start by congratulating you on your recent appointment as the sector commander of the FRSC in Lagos. We've been saying this is a long time coming, so congrats to you.
Thank you so very much.
So let's talk about this now. So we're talking about visionary leadership for a collision-free future for road safety. First off, now that you've been appointed as the second commander, how are things been, or how are things faring with FRSC Lagos?
Sincerely,
I need you to come closer to the microphone, though.
Yeah, thank you. Sincerely, things had been moving as usual, but we're trying to see a way by which we can improve on the relationship. I mean, federal, state working together as one big body to ensure a traffic grid-free Lagos.
Okay.
That's what we're looking at.
So here you're talking about much more in terms of collaboration.
Yes.
All right. So the target for FRSC, for those who might not know really, what do you guys really do? I need you to just break it down for our listeners this morning.
The very first thing we do is eradicate road traffic crashes and creating a safe motoring environment. This is one of the key mandates of FRSC. How do we achieve this? We achieve it by at least prompt attention to road traffic crashes. Prompt rescue services is one of those things that we believe in. Publicly enlightening members of the public. We need to enlighten members of the public either through town hall meetings, domesticated PEs in churches. When I mean PE, I mean public enlightenment.
Right.
In churches, mosques, and we talk to captains of industries. Of course, we carry out training of drivers in companies, all towards ensuring a crash-free environment. We're relating with stakeholders such that we cannot do it alone, as we know that safety is everybody's responsibility. These are some of the things we do to ensuring
a lot of times, yeah. So a lot of time when people see your men, they feel that all they are concerned with is maintaining that safety on the roads. But I know your functions go much beyond that, right?
Yes.
There are some other ancillary services that you guys provide.
Of course, we do the provision of the driver's license. To show that drivers on the road are certified. So they go through driving school and they get certificated. And of course, the number plate production is our responsibility. And this number plate are different security features that makes it easier to track probably some actions that could be tending towards criminal activities. So these are a lot more are the things, services we provide.
Right.
And of course, like I saw technology here, we are really using technology
to drive that as well.
Yes.
Okay, we'll talk about those technological innovations that are coming up with the FRSC. But so far, so good. This year, this is 2024. How would you rate your activities on the road? Has it been up to scratch? Has it met the target that you guys kicked off with when you started the year?
Yes. Every year we set our strategic goals, where commands within the field have their strategic initiative. One of those goals is the fact that we want to reduce road traffic crash fatalities by 5%. And so far, we're still working within that target. So if you ask me, I would say we're still within the limit of what we're asked to do.
Right, I'm thinking 5%. Is that not too low as a target?
We're comparing to a particular baseline of last year. 5% is quite something. When we achieve it, we'll start to bring it up again. It's a gradual thing. We'll take it one step after the other, where you don't rush it, you don't push it. It comes naturally by putting all your resources, both human and logistic properties, into place to ensure you get what you actually want.
Right. So it is one thing for you guys to do your work as the people who are providing what is needed for the roads to be much safer. It's another thing for those that you are providing this to follow. So how would you rate the motoring public as well in terms of keeping up with those things that will make the road safer?
Of course, that is the essence of our public enlightenment. Before now, we used to go only to motor parks, but we have extended it to other members of the public. And of course, this is one of those things we're doing, meeting the press and enlightening members of the public to ensure that they do the needful. And do you know that enlightenment without enforcement is simply entertainment? We're not ready to entertain all the while. We'll enlighten, give education at even primary and secondary school level. That's why we still have even members of Road Safety Club being members of the National Youth Service Corps, to ensure that we have everybody captured. Like we're on here now, some people will be listening to us and they will want to get some traffic tips. By the time I start discussing on the technological development, you know that safety is everybody's responsibility, and of course everybody will key into that. So maybe when we get to that, we'll discuss more.
Right. So, but from the way you rate them, are they average, or are they below par, or have they gone above average?
I will say they are at equilibrium.
Okay, in Lagos, right?
Sure.
Okay, all right. Let's talk about your vision, because you are coming in as the new sector commander. I guess your appointment is less than a month now, if I put it in proper perspective. So what are you bringing to the table to make road safety better, and then we can have a collision-free future for road safety?
Thank you. The first thing I did when I came was to visit the GM last month. And of course, we had a wonderful deliberation, and very soon Lagosians will see us working together as a team. And I don't know if you know, we have a safe-to-load programs. During the safe-to-load activity, we have our men at the tank farms where they check these tankers right from the bay, so that there won't be a menace when they get to the road. And like I mentioned, we now deploy, there's a radar gun to check on the speed of vehicles, so that we can caution and curtail the excessive speed, being one of the major factors causing road traffic crashes and of course fatality. Then the vehicles, especially the commercial vehicles, we insist for now, it would still get to the private vehicles, that they install their speed limiting device, such that they will not go beyond the prescribed speed limit per time. And this and lots more are those things we will have to work towards with other sister agencies, the military, the police, the NSCDC, and the likes. We want to work together to ensure that we achieve this mandate. You and I, even members of the press, will have to work with us.
Right. So you mentioned the radar gun now. Some of those equipment, do you guys really have them? And we rarely see you guys use them.
Of course we do. It's just that it may not have been enough. We have them. Like one was demonstrated on the Third Mainland Bridge some few weeks ago.
Right.
And of course, it has been deployed on the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. It has been deployed on along the Abeokuta
Expressway.
Yeah, Lagos-Abeokuta Expressway.
Right.
So we do
you have those kind of equipment.
It's just that we don't have them enough.
Right. So speed limiters, because there was a time the campaign was very, very hot that all commercial vehicles or, all public sector vehicles must have those speed limiting devices. But I do not know if that campaign has gone to sleep. So are you guys going to be reviving that now?
Of course. It has not gone to the oblivion. We're still working seriously on them. For example, as at yesterday, we arrested about 36 vehicles not installed with speed limiting device, and we insisted that they had to install it before leaving. So these are part of the things that makes things work for us, and it will be a continuous exercise like we do work.
So let's talk about a technological aspect now. You're saying one of your key vision for this sector-led leadership that you're bringing on board is to maximize the use of technology. In what form, Hamzat?
Yes.
Let's talk about it.
Let me go to the fact that when I was the corridor commander at Lagos-Ibadan, I deployed technology in my own little way before I would say what the core itself has actually done. I people around Arepo, for example, Magboro, along that axis of Lagos Ibadan, I make sure each of these areas, I have a group where they inform me. Many of them leave the house as early as 4 a.m. So they inform on each of this group if there are crashes or traffic gridlock or hiccups. They tend to inform me, and the moment I am informed, I will call the nearest command to go and take care of that problem. And with that, we would have succeeded in using that part of technology. We are using body cam now. Though it has not gone around the entire country, but the body cam is active and we're still using it. So apart from the body cam, we recently launched an app, an FRSC app, which is working. Unfortunately, most people are not really leveraged on the use of that. What's
the name of the app?
FRSC app.
FRSC app.
Yes.
So people can download it from
very well, like
the
any
Google
other,
Store.
like any other application.
Oh, okay. FRSC app. All right. So what does it do? What are the features of that app? What can one do with it?
There are a lot of things, a lot of features on that application, ranging from detection of black spots across the country. If you download that application and you engage it, when you're approaching any black spot, when I mean black spot, I mean crash-prone areas. When you approach, your phone will beep. It will inform you that at also place you have a black spot, potholes, or sharp bend. So with that, drivers, or even if the driver does not have it, commuters, passengers will definitely have the application, and they will warn the driver there is a black spot down there. Then it's affixed with this speed reader, wherein if you are getting to a speed beyond the prescribed speed limit, the phone will beep, and people will get to understand that the speed is becoming excessive. They are bound to warn the driver. It's on that application.
Okay.
Of course, there are emergency services. If there are crashes, we are not ghosts. We cannot be everywhere.
That's right.
But one member of the public, probably who has that application, will be there. He can take a shot of that scene and, of course, report appropriately on that platform. There are people at the back end that are receiving this information real time, and they will contact the nearest command to tell them this is what is happening. These are the features and a lot more. You can check your driver's license validity. You can check your vehicle license activities. You can have these driving school certificates, if it is valid or not, as well as you can see even the people who are registered, the registered driving school. You can see.
Wow.
There are lots more. You can report activities.
All this on the FRSC app?
Exactly.
Wow. Okay. All right. So I'm sure you're hearing this on the program this morning. That means there's a whole lot for you to really, really consume, and then you can take that to the next level. Still talking about technology, what else are you guys going to be deploying to ensure that you make community on the roads much better, and then we can have a safer roads? Are there other things that you're looking at?
Yes, we're thinking very soon. We're thinking of deploying these drones to monitor some part of the road. At least with that, we don't need to scatter our men all over the place. We'll just be at strategic places where we can sight it and we will just move there. Not a situation where we'll be everywhere. But our drone will help us do the job. But we're getting there.
All right. The Corps Commander, Kehinde, Hamzat, let's talk about this now. There's always that argument of where the FRSC personnel can be while performing his duty. Before now, there was the argument, well, they're only supposed to be on federal roads. Someone said, well, apart from federal roads, considering the size of the state or perhaps the population of vehicles, they could be deployed anywhere. So, what is the real position? Are they supposed to be on federal roads, or can they be on inner routes within any state?
The law establishing Federal Road Safety Corps permits us to work on all Nigerian roads, all roads, except probably some private roads. Like, for example, if you go to RCCG, for example, the roads there are private roads. You may not be able to work there. But every public road, FRSC is supposed to work on. But you see, looking at our workforce, that was why the Nigerian Road Safety Strategy encourages us to bring up state traffic agencies like the LASMA. That was the genesis of why we have state agencies, so that they can assist in the state in metropolitan traffic management. While we try to limit our activities to the federal road, if there is need to go into the a metropolitan road, probably there are crashes, there are traffic gridlocks. Nothing stops us from going there to do what we need to do. So the law establishing us permits us to go through all Nigerian public roads.
Right. And do you think you have enough men to do that?
That's what I just said. I said, we as Federal Road Safety Corps, we are encouraged by the Nigerian Road Safety Strategy that we should create state traffic agencies.
Right. So
like
that's in collaboration, right?
Of course.
But I'm talking about your own men. Are they enough? Are they sufficient to carry out that road safety target and the mandate that you've been given?
Of course we are. But you see, traffic management, safety, you can never have enough. That is why the state traffic agencies must work along with us. If we don't have state traffic, there are some states now, maybe one or two, that we don't have state traffic management. FRSC will still work around the clock to ensure they cover those areas. But it makes our job easier when we leave some of these things to the state traffic agencies.
All right. Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. If you're wondering who's speaking with me this morning, I've got Corps Commander Kehinde Hamzat. You know him so well. The name is very familiar. He is currently the sector commander of the FRSC right here in Lagos. The big debate out there, Corps Commander Kehinde Hamzat, is... the big debate now is that should FRSC officials also carry arms? And the reason is not far-fetched. For quite a while now, I know that we've been having a lot of accidents that are involving your men. We have incidents of people, engaging in drive-by shooting of some FRS officials in certain parts of the country. And that has called for more heightened security for your officials. So, let's ask you, from the FRSC perspective, are you guys really thinking of bearing arms? Should FRSC bear arms?
This is a policy issue. If the government decide to give FRSC arms or allow us to bear arms or carry arms, we'll go ahead and carry. If the government says we shouldn't, it's simply a policy issue.
Have you pushed for it?
No, we never. But some group, I learned, pushed for it. So if the group works, fine. If it doesn't, we'll continue to do our work. However, the Corps Marshal, Malam Shehu Mohammed, granted an interview where he made it very clear. What they are asking for, even if it works, is having an armed squad like they have in the correctional services to protect our gadgets, our buildings, and our very senior officers. So this is basically what it is. It's not as if they want to go on the road bearing arms like the men of the police do and some NSCDC personnel. It's specifically to take care of our facilities and, of course, our senior officers.
All right, then Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. This is your side mirror this beautiful morning, and I have the sector commander of the FRSC right here in Lagos, who is my guest, and we're looking at visionary leadership as a way of transforming road safety, and then we can have a collision-free future for that particular agency. Let's see if we can expand the discourse beyond the studios to have your input as well. 080-99-120777 and 09153877127. So this morning, we'd love to hear from you. And if there are areas that you want the sector commander to also address, as he's coming in as a new sector commander, you can feel free to also bring that on board. Let's talk a bit about the driver's license process. Of course, you've just assumed office, but what have you seen about that particular aspect of the cause duty?
Driver's license, like we all know, is a tripartite arrangement. Looking at the motor licensing officers, looking at the vehicle inspection officers, and of course, Federal Road Safety Corps. So these are tripartite arrangement. Everyone is performing his responsibility, and the whole thing is seamless as it is.
Okay, so from what you've seen, it's going on smoothly right here in Lagos.
There are hiccups that were mentioned at the time. However, these are past issues that had been taken care of by the present administration of the Federal Road Safety Corps, because a lot of backlogs as a result of technological challenges. Around that period, sincerely speaking, there was. But as it is, lots and lots have been rolled out. However, there are a lot of driver's licenses lying fallow at the
NMVA office?
Yes, MVA
uncollected.
Office. Uncollected.
Well, what could be responsible? I mean, could these licenses, are they current, or maybe they are old ones that have not been disposed?
No, current licenses. The irony is they even send most of these people, they'll send them text messages to come and pick up their licenses. Unfortunately, they will not be there to pick. So you can see when we now put Operation Show Your Driver's License, you see people going there to pick their licenses, and many people will discover that their licenses have been lying for months without going to collect. So I will implore anyone that thinks he has processed a driver's license and the driver's license now to go back to the licensing offices and find out if the license is available. Many, about 90%, will discover that their licenses have been there lying fallow without going to collect.
All right, then let's begin to take some reactions now. And of course, the calls too. If you want to speak with the sector commander of the FRSC Lagos State, feel free, 080-99120777 and 09153-877127. This one says, good morning, sir. My name is Adegbola Hafiz from Lagos. Say, please, I have issues with my driver's license since 2 years back and still haven't gotten a solution. Says, we need your number, sir. Okay, I'm sure that before the end of the program, you'll be able to give me a contact, right?
That's okay.
All right, this one says, Oga Kehinde, Hamzat, I greet you, sir, this morning. Say, congratulations. Say, congratulations, boss, on your new appointment. This is your brother. So this is your brother from another mother, sir. DSP Olarinwaju. Okay. He said, and for all of us from Lagos Ibadan Expressway, we greet you, sir. Okay. So I'm sure you must be familiar with this person.
Very, very.
Is a police officer, right?
Very well.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much for connecting with us. 080-99120777. I understand you're having some network issues, but keep it coming. The messages are really, flowing in. Let me see. More coming in here for you. This one says, good morning, Victor and Hamzat. Please, how does the FRSC plan to address the issues of reckless driving amongst commercial vehicle operators? Yemi is sending that one in from Ikeja. Okay, so is there anything you can do about that? Because the culture of driving, for those that we refer to as the YBs or perhaps the yellow bus drivers, that culture doesn't seem to change year in, year out.
Probably I would start taking statistics of these yellow buses. As at yesterday, we arrested about 16 yellow buses. You see, these people could be dangerous while driving. And don't forget, our men need to be careful too. Your life first before any other life. However, these commercial drivers carry lots of passengers, and we must not jeopardize the lives of these passengers. So there are times you tend to stop them when they pretend to stop, and they start driving recklessly. You allow them and take their details.
Right.
When you organize a special patrol where they have no escape route, when they are arrested, they have the story to tell. It's just unfortunate that members of the public are always of the opinion that we only concentrate on private drivers. That's not true. I am already taking the statistics of private vehicles and commercial vehicles, and I'm trying to distinct even yellow buses from all these commercial vehicles so that people will know we're really biting on them. I am here as another sheriff in town.
All right, so let's look at that, because the issue of the way even the vehicles are looking is another thing. So people begin to ask the question, where is the enforcement? If you see a vehicle or perhaps a bus carrying passengers, it doesn't have any back, no headlights, no, even the glass at the back is broken, and you begin to wonder, where is the enforcement? So where are you guys? Is this to say you don't come out to do the enforcement at the right time? So what's going on?
That is not completely true. I will admit that at times the buses are like eyesore. However, we still do enforce on them. Don't forget, there is another arm of traffic agencies that is responsible for roadworthiness of vehicle. That is the vehicle inspection services. However, we still work together to ensure that we bring these people to book. By the time I visit the head of VIS, we'll get to the extent where we'll do a joint patrol such that we'll arrest those vehicles that are not roadworthy and hand it over to the appropriate quarters to ensure that these vehicles are roadworthy before they are being released.
Right. All right. Then this one says, good morning, Victor. And your guest, the FRSC Lagos Sector Commander, Mr. Hamzat. He says, wow, FRSC app, does it mean your men don't need to mount the roadblocks anymore on our roads again? This is coming in from Comrade Daniel Onobume. Okay. So he's trying to say now that even with the app, that means we can do some DIYs.
And do it yourself.
Is that so?
The truth is, we've just launched this application. It has not really gone around. By the time it goes round, everybody will see the viability or the usefulness of that application. Then we can start retarding our enforcement activity. Most people, I don't think it's more than 30% of motorists that have an idea of technology, but we start preaching it until majority grasp it, then we can start relaxing on our appearances on the road. All
right, then Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. We're looking at visionary leadership for a collision-free future for road safety here in Lagos. And Corps Commander Hamzat Kehinde is our guest. He's a new FRSC sector commander in Lagos. Of course, he's not new. He's been here severally. Of course, he's worked on the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. You guys know him. Those of you that transverse through that corridor, you know him so well. This one says, good morning, Traffic Radio. What measures are being taken to improve the response time of FRSC personnel in emergency situations? Omoyele is sending that one in.
Safety is everybody's responsibility. Download that app. Even when our men are not around, report it. There's a portion of that application that will communicate with us. However, if you have not downloaded that app, we still have this 122, which is a toll-free line where you can call our emergency center and they will contact the nearest command. We are splitted here and there. We have station offices now where we can easily get reach to all these road traffic crashes, such that within the golden hour we should be able to rescue any victim involved.
All right. Golden hour, you said?
Yes.
All right, then. So you heard that from him. Emergency response is something that they're taking very, very seriously. And they are really, really working on that so that we all can be very, very safe. All right. Usually, at this time of the year, there's the Ember Month campaign. Is that being carried out right now with the FRSC?
Even before the Ember Month, we've been doing much about enlightenment. However, we're putting more effort. Like I mentioned when I started with this program, I said we are planning a mega town hall meeting where everybody will be involved.
Okay.
Apart from the normal ones that we have been doing, we will do a mega rally where even members of the press will be there. We hope you will oblige us when we call on you.
Definitely.
Then we'll call captains of industries, other stakeholders to ensure that we take it to the brim. It will be marvelous.
All right, then. This one says, underage driving in Lagos. Underage driving in Lagos is becoming a problem. So how do you plan on addressing it? You didn't put your name, by the way. I would have loved that. So what are you going to be doing about underage driving?
We've never left them. We have always been tackling them and we'll continue to tackle them. Unfortunately, we need information. Like you said, I'm going to drop my line before the end of this program, such that if you get 122 and you find it extremely difficult to get across, which I doubt, you can get my personal number where I can at least attend to your questions immediately.
All right, then. So the questions keep tripping in on the WhatsApp platform 08099120777. This one says, good morning, Victor and the Lagos Sector Commander Kehinde Hamzat. Is there a way the excesses of commercial buses, such as overloading, can be checked? It has become a norm, all in the name of making profits. You didn't put your name, by the way. Thank you so much. So what are you going to be doing? You said excesses of commercial bus drivers. Is there a way it can be checked?
If you recall, there was a time we are really hammering on overloaded vehicles, either by passengers or by goods. Unfortunately, you see members of this public still attacking us that we are the one causing the transport fare to rise because these drivers will have more money when they carry low passengers. However, we are hammering very much on the interstates, interstate buses. The intra one, we handle them, we drop some of their passengers and we allow them to go in the name of caution. But if we will catch you the second time, definitely we'll penalize you and charge you appropriately.
All right. There's something that is always very, very common, even though it has not occurred in recent time, and that is articulated vehicles and the way they move on our roads. Some carry very, very inflammable materials. Some carry, hard cargo and all of that. And from time to time, you see some of these trucks breaking down. Some break down without what we call the reflectives. What is the FRSC going to be doing about that? Just last week, we heard of a particular breakdown. No, that was about 2 weeks now. A particular breakdown within the Ojo corridor. A commercial passenger bus carrying about, how many people now? About 12 or so, which is an interstate bus. It has already reached Lagos only for it to crash into a stationary truck, leading to the loss of 9 lives. So we're saying, what is the FRSC doing to ensure that these articulated vehicles, at least, they have those auto-reflectives?
It is unfortunate that people died in that particular crash. However, we are not leaving all these things. That's why, apart from our own heavy-duty tow truck, we even engage the members of the public on a PPP arrangement. And except we are not aware, no vehicle will be allowed to overstay. If any member of the public sees one that could be a menace to the public and we are not there, get across to 122 and let us know. We will definitely do the needful. It is not only FRSC that takes care of this vehicle. Other traffic managers definitely get across to us, and of course we work on them. And all these things are those things that we must look into to ensure that safety is not just for FRSC, it's everybody's responsibility. Give us information. Information is key. When we have information, we'll be able to react. If giving us the information and we don't react, then you should start pointing accusing fingers at us. But I assure you, give us information, we'll work on the information.
All right, this one says, good morning to you, Victor. Your 2 lines are not connecting. It says, what is the FRSC doing to flush out bad eggs from your ranks? And it says, is there a channel whereby these officers can be reported for the... Okay, so, and the public can have a follow-up as well. Thanks. Ibrahim is sending that one in.
Oh. That application is for Ibrahim.
Okay.
You can report activities of even our men. You can even take shots of these men. You can do the needful, even reporting to the command. Definitely will do the needful. It's if you know the number of people we sack as a result of bad behavior, as a result of not relating or not being civil to members of the public, it will marvel you. But because many people are not aware of this, they think we're not doing anything.
All right. So what's the app again for those who are just tuning in? You say there's an app now that people can download, right?
Just type FRSC app.
FRSC app. Okay, it will pop up both on App Store and on the Play Store, right?
That's right.
Okay, then. So let's begin to take this home because lots and lots to really, really chew on the program this morning. There are lots of messages that are coming. Let me see if we can just sneak this one in before we wrap it up. It says, good morning, Chief from Lagos. Said, we are still battling with the police brutality for extortion. Now the government is imposing arms for road safety. What happens to technology? What happened to cameras at the tops to use technology instead of guns? Seems okay. So please, so you didn't put your name by the way, but of course, definitely he's against the idea of arms bearing for the FRSC. That's what it means.
Arm bearing is not my making.
Okay.
If the government say bear arms, so be it. If they say don't,
then you won't, right?
Sure.
Let's take this home. So what's your parting thought to our listeners this morning, even as we wrap up the program?
Yes. This is Ember month. It's not different from every other month. Those things you have not made between January and September, October, you don't rush to have it now. Because it is he who lives that celebrates. If in the name of struggling for successes, for riches, you lost your life, you end up causing those your dependents to be problematic to members of the public. That person that you are responsible to, that should be a doctor, a lawyer, an engineer, the governor, the president, by the time you, out of your misbehavior, lost your own life, they become a menace, thieves, armed robbers to members of the public. So it's not about you. It's about the problem you will leave by the time you leave. So better be late than be delayed, than being delayed.
Right.
So I want to advise them to obey all traffic rules and regulations, and of course give preference to all security agents.
What's that number that people can call? Because I know somebody asked of it earlier on, that how can they reach you?
Yeah, they can get to the official number on 091 39 600 201.
Okay.
I come again, 091 396 00201.
All right. We'll leave it to that for now. It's nice having you in the building, Corps Commander Kehinde Hamzat. Thank you so much for being here.
My sincere pleasure.
Very, very short notice. Of course, like we said, we've been able to unveil that visionary leadership for a collision-free road safety. And of course, Corps Commander Kehinde Hamzat is committed to actualizing that as well.